Hello people of the internet, it's me, BarrelDragon107, the half night well baby man and Shidswiz, and today we're playing a little bit more of Crash Twinsanity. I've managed to sort out the frame rate problem somewhat by just going through a tiny bit of the level. However, it might come back, in which case we just have to sort of go through slow motion and just pretend it's the Matrix or something. I'm not sure. I think it might just be this level because there is a lot going on if you look at it. Like, look at all this. You've got exploding barrels, and then you have just everything and its mum happening at the same time. It's a bit much, really. So yeah, but you know, we're doing it. Something I want to talk about today, actually, is I want to talk about small gaming channels on YouTube, such as myself. I am not specifically a gaming channel, before I say anything, so I may not be fully qualified to talk about this. I am more of a gaming hybrid channel. Like, I do like to make comedy skits. At the moment I'm doing a lot of gaming at the moment because I'm doing a lot of gaming at the moment because I've got this new equipment and shit, so I want to try it out. You know, it's fun to play with, and as soon as I've mastered like this sort of style of content, I'll probably move on to something different, like maybe something a bit more unique. But until then, this is what I'm going with. But basically, small gaming channels on YouTube and why they do not do the best that they can do is what I want to talk about today. Because it's a thing, isn't it? It's like you've got such large gaming channels, so everyone thinks there's like business in gaming channels, but there really isn't anymore so much. Now, this is in what I experience is too much supply and not enough demand. For instance, people that watch YouTube videos tend to watch, well, just people in general, people tend to watch what they're comfortable with watching. For instance, you wouldn't really start a new television show unless you've heard something about it. And at the moment, you've got the supply of gaming channels with people like PewDiePie and such other YouTubers like PewDiePie. I don't know if Tobuscus is still cool, but he probably is. Yeah, on all them. And they have basically mastered the art form, and everyone's happy with them. Everyone isn't really demanding any more gaming videos. And that is where part of the problem comes of making a small gaming channel, starting out as a gaming channel, because you're not established at all. And people already have enough gaming. Which is the reason that small gaming channels aren't very successful or fast growing. What people want to see is generally more unique content. And call me a massive hypocrite, because I don't mind being known as a hypocrite. I'm just pointing out the facts. I know the facts, I just sort of choose to ignore them. It's like I have a great understanding of like all this, but I just sort of choose to ignore the whole idea of basically unique content, because I find unique content hard to make, which is the reason I don't really do it as much. But when I do it pretty cool. I like to think, at least. But anyway, that's small gaming channels on YouTube. However, there is ways for small gaming channels to grow, I think, and I think a way for small gaming channels to grow in this day and era is by interacting with other small gaming channels, or if possible, bigger gaming channels. And I think by interacting, you're really introducing their audience to you, and your audience to them, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, sorry, there's a slight jump cut there. That was because someone was calling on me downstairs. But anyway, what was I saying? Something about small gaming channels on YouTube? Probably. Oh yes, of course. And I think yes, I was talking about collaborations. And I think doing collaborations is a good way to introduce both channels to audiences. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. So if you have friends that are also interested in YouTube and you want to start up a small gaming channel, I would advise you all getting together and doing like videos like pretty frequently. I mean, at the moment I've got like a little group of Canadians that I do videos with. Oh, Death Counter, first death of the episode. I've got a little group of Canadians that I like to play with at the moment, and we're playing like Algerian skies or whatever, and we're going to be doing some projects, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. And I think doing stuff like that is sort of necessary for growing your channel. So that's my little rant, really. It's cool. That's something I really wanted to get out there as well, because I feel like a bit of a douche for uploading gaming videos, despite knowing that gaming channels aren't as popular as they used to be, because obviously the supply and demand fiasco. But you know, I like doing it. I think the important thing to do on YouTube as well is partly ignore views when you start off with, like partly ignore how much feedback your channel is really getting. Just do what you want to do until you get into a comfortable cycle of uploading videos, in which case you can really start the effort procedure. Because if you want to start a big channel, you're obviously going to need, like most things in life, a couple tries, like a little bit before. And wow, that level was extremely easy. Why was that so easy? That's unnerving. I'm up to the boss already. Wow, I must have really fucking got into the zone. Jesus. Okay, here's the boss engine, and it's got a really cool soundtrack as well. Okay, I'll get into my normal commentary, I suppose. I just really wanted to talk about that. I might edit that in, make a video out of it. Why the hell not? You know, it's fine, whatever. Or at least make a more organised video version of it. What we have to do for this boss anyway is we have to run around in circles until he decides to throw TNT at us, and when he throws TNT you want to throw it next to the pillars that are supporting him, and it'll break the pillars, and eventually you break all three and they fall down. It's really, really easy, but you know, occasionally you touch these spikes on the side and you die. You really want to be careful, you know, it's like one of those awkward situations. Not to mention Engine is pretty adamant about where he throws his TNT, and like, you know, it's gotta be at a certain spot. Like, I'm not gonna yeah, you'll turn around. Okay, sure. Well, it's not too hard. Okay, easy. You get a nice view as well. Like, look at all this. Oh, what? Okay, fine. You get a nice view of everything as well. Like, that's the cave. I'm pretty sure that we did a bloody ice rumble, ice slide in it. It was pretty cool. Okay, this section of the game has a lot of bosses. Like, there's the engine boss, and then there's the most irritating thing ever of all time, and then there is another boss. So it's definitely challenging, is what I'm trying to say. This section, and if you like get a game over here, you have to go away like all the way back. But I don't think we're gonna get a game over because we've got quite a large collection of lives. However, if you do this level, I would advise before doing this level that if you ever plan to play this game, before you did this bollocks, before you did this level, you might want to amass quite a number of lives before you do anything. By the way, I might have lost a couple lives before. They're not going on the official death counter because I was just testing out what was causing the lag, and during the massive lag spikes, I managed to fall to my doom and die many a time. So there you go. I don't know why, but I just sort of memorized this level, probably because I spent so much bloody time on it. Oh god. Oh, that's close. Okay. Come on then. Through it. As you noticed, I'm probably sounding a lot better from last time because I am no longer got a throat problems. I mean, I always have fucking throat problems, but less this time. Actually, I do sort of have like a nasty cough because someone decided to singe my beautiful, beautiful hair, and yeah. And now, like, the smoke has sort of gone into my lungs a bit, and I'm coughing a bit, and yeah, it's a bit awkward. But asthma, I suppose. I don't know if you guys knew I had asthma. There you go. You learn a new thing every day. Entertaining, fun, fucking fun. Okay. Huh. Well, we're gonna have to do this a couple times. You see what I mean? It's like you've got to be really, really accurate. Like, you got to get quite close to this, actually. But it's hard to judge how close is close. Because if you get too close, I'm pretty sure you take damage. Yeah, see, fucking, that's such bullshit, but whatever. Whatever. Not to mention I don't have an Aku anymore, so we've got to be really careful. So, yeah, this boss isn't hard, it's just you have to be accurate. Which is an irritating thing, but fine, whatever. It's got cool music, I suppose, where it can be let off for any of its sins because of that. Please.
Yummy fresh meat for my body.
Okay. Alright, so this is the hardest section the world ever made. This is the walrus section, which is fucking difficult. I don't know if you guys ever had like a part in a game when you were younger that was like, it took you about a week. Like, you tried it every day, and you got like a bunch of game overs, but you eventually did it. And ever since then, it's like left a stain on your memory. Like an otherwise fun game, it's like there's like this one uber challenging part, and it was just next to impossible. And like it's like it might not even been that hard, but even if you retry it, because of like how scared you are, you build it up so you can't even end up doing it because you've got the mindset like I am not going to do this. This is that part. Like this is that part. I mean, I'm doing it now. Touch wood. Because, you know, I like to touch all that wood. Get it? Because, yep, I know that's what it is. But, you know, I can do it now, sort of, but it was just, it's difficult. It's like, I am probably sweating right now. It's like, oh god, how am I going to do this? It goes on for like 5 minutes as well. It's like such a long time. It's like, oh. Double jumping slows you down as well, so you probably don't want to do that. Probably a mistake I made more when I was younger, but double jumping slows you down. Probably something you don't want to do. But you know, you make one mistake though, you're dead. Oh, it's so tense. It's so tense. Luckily, did we just do that? Did I just do that? In like one life? Oh my god. And here's the final boss of this section.
Tell us where the
Lag on like
treasure
hell.
is, and we'll let you go.
Silence. Looks like we'll have to wring it out of him. Embryo, get changed.
That's the guy off Mind Over Mutant, if you remember him. He was like quite funny. He was the guy that claimed to invent everything. I just remember this because I was recently watching the Crash Mind Over Mutant cutscenes because they were absolutely fucking hilarious, just saying. Yeah, that's the boy that said he invented everything. So that's something if you ever want to have a bit of trivia. In this game he takes on a more animalistic approach despite being a scientist, but you know, whatever. And this guy's pretty cool. He does the guitar.
The rats are leaving the sinking ship.
And then he makes us have the power of rewatching the
Tell us where the
cutscene.
treasure is, and we'll let you go.
And you can't skip it either, so there you go.
Looks like we'll have to wring it out of him. Embryo, get changed.
It's fun. Trust me, guys. It's a fun game. When it's not being a dick about recording things. Honestly, I've had so many audio problems that, like, with this microphone, I don't understand. This is a blue snowball as well. It's probably just, I don't know. I know it's the microphone's fault because it's been acting up whenever recording as well. I'm raising my voice a little bit because I have to look at the microphone. I apologise. I hate it when I do this as well. It's like I have to talk about editing features because it's what's bothering me at the time. But you know, occasionally I have interesting banter. Occasionally my banter is unbelievable, actually. Yeah. So here we go. Oh, here comes big green and mean. Here he comes, trying to attempt to flat us, but we're not going to have it. I don't know whatever happens to Big Green and Mean because we're at the moment just attacking Mr. Guitar Solo Back and Black. I hit Zack, I bet you know it's going to be that man, but no, whatever. Whatever, Big Green and Mean, it's fine. If you wanted, we have to be sort of quick about this as well. Yep, come on. Okay. I don't fully understand what's going on here. Like, look at the graphics as well. It's not fully touching the ground, and there's some random ass bloody bouncy pads there. Just there. I don't know what they're for either. You know, why not? If this there, like, maybe we'll go on them later and do like some sort of epic ass jumping back to the home planet of Gallifrey. I don't know. Okay, well, we'll kill them. There he is. He's dead. Team Nimbus killed what's that guy called? N Trophy? I think so. I think all the scientists are called N something at least. That's like a theme, you see.